Apply Canada study visa like SDS visa category. This is the topic of today. The keyword here is like, not under, because SDS visa category doesn't exist anymore. Recently, Canada has stopped taking applications under SDS visa category, and you can submit application as a standard application, which is there in all the countries, and popularly we call it non-SDS. So you can submit your application under standard or non-SDS visa category, and SDS was quite prominent visa category in many big countries like India, Pakistan, China. Also, Nigeria had similar kind of category there, which is also stopped. So no one can submit application under SDS category. So non-SDS or standard visa category is there in all the countries. After the removal of SDS category, many students are not willing to pay their first year fee. They are not willing to pay their GIC, which was mandatory in SDS. But my opinion, my advice is absolutely different. To know my advice on how you should apply for a Canada study visa, even after removal of SDS category, watch this video till then. Hello everyone, welcome back to this YouTube channel Globexa Immigration. This is Jitendra Grover. In this video, we are discussing how you should apply for your Canada study visa even after the removal of SDS category. It was prominent visa category in many countries. I guess more than 10-12 countries were there in the list, and that list was increasing. Earlier there were 5 countries, then 6, 7, 8. I guess when it got close, there were more than 10 countries in the list. Before going towards what is my advice, let's see what was the benchmark set in SDS category. You needed to pay first year of tuition fee, whatever the tuition fee was there, the first year tuition fee. If you are going for 1 year masters, then you needed to pay the entire tuition fee. If the fee is $26,000, then you require to pay $26,000. If the fee was $10,000, first year fee, you required to pay $10,000. If it was $15,000 or $20,000, whatever the tuition fee was there, you were required to pay the complete tuition fee for first year. So that was the first requirement. Second requirement was living expenses. So GIC, it was there in existence. It is there in existence as well. But there is a big update related to GIC. I am going to share it in next slide. So GIC was the living expense. So you were required to deposit 20,635 Canadian dollars in Canadian account in the form of GIC. And in most cases, you were getting a big amount back immediately after landing in Canada, and $1,000 usually each month you were getting it back. So how you were getting it back? GIC, suppose you have paid $20,635, then after landing in Canada, so ICICI GIC, it had an option. So you were getting back $8,635 after landing in Canada, and remaining $12,000, you were getting back $1,000 per month for 12 months. So $12,000 in $1,000 installments, and a big amount after landing in Canada. That's how you were getting your GIC back. So that was GIC. Next requirement was English test score. So IELTS academic was accepted, PT academic, TOEFL, IELTS general training was also accepted under SDS category. So there were many tests which were accepted under SDS category, and these were the prominent tests that time. So that was the requirement. Medical examination, upfront medical examination, which was valid for 1 year. So you required to take that as well. Police clearance certificate, it was not mandatory, but recommended, advised that it was advised that you should submit your PCC as well. And then final letter of acceptance from the university. These were the basic requirements that you were required to fulfill related to your SDS category. That was the benchmark. In this particular benchmark, the big thing was this money. How you need to manage your first year fee and GIC, that was, or the living expenses, that was the requirement under SDS. English test score, some were willing to take it, some were not willing to take it. So that was also a requirement which student was required to fulfill. Tuition fee and GIC, mostly it was managed by parents in most cases. Sometimes it is managed by the applicant himself or herself as well. So that was there. And English test score was the requirement to be fulfilled by the applicant himself or herself all the time. So these were the requirements. Medical examination was easy, PCC was easy, final LOA was easy. So basic, these 3 requirements were there. 2 of them are related to finance, 1 is related to English. So those were the requirements when we were applying under SDS category. Right now as well, if you are applying under non-SDS category, and if you belong to a country where SDS category was there in existence, in that case, you should pay your first year fee now as well, rather than paying 6-month fee. I'm going to share the reason as well. You should pay $20,635 GIC as well, right now as well, even though it is not a mandatory document. Under non-SDS category, any of these documents are not mandatory. You can submit your application without these documents as well, without paying your first year fee. You can just simply make initial deposit which can be $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, $5,000 maximum, and you can proceed for application. It's not a problem. You can get the final LOA by paying the initial deposit and you can submit the file. It's not a problem at all. You can do it. Then you can proceed without paying your GIC as well. It's also fine. It is allowed. So by rule, you are allowed to not pay your first year fee. You are allowed to not pay and submit your file without any GIC, without any English test, without medical examination, without PCC. These things are not mandatory under non-SDS. You can submit your application without these things as well. But the big question is, will you get visa if you do so? The answer is no. There are two things in the application. One thing is rule. Second is norm. And although rule is important, you can't breach the rule. Norm is equally important too. In India, Pakistan, China, the norm is to submit the best file possible. If you are not going to do it, in that case, there is high risk of refusal. You can experiment with your file, but should you do it? It's not recommended at all. So the recommendation is to pay the first year fee, pay your first year fee now as well. And if you are saying that I will show the money in my account, I will come to that as well very soon. So if you are saying that I will pay 6 month fee, 1 semester fee, and I will show remaining amount in my account. Okay, if you have the amount in your account, in your saving account, why are not paying the fee? You can pay it as well. Na? If you are saying that I will pay it after landing in Canada, I have the money available, I have the funds available, these are my own funds, then pay the fee. What's the problem? Visa officers have seen applications where students have submitted everything and you are in competition with other students. Now as well, many students and most students are paying first year fee and GIC. If you are not going to pay, in that case, in competition, your application is going to have lesser weight compared to someone else. If someone else is paying first year fee, GIC, giving English test score as well, then medical examination is there, PCC is there, LO is there. One person is completing all these requirements and you are not meeting all these requirements. Then in competition, visa officer will prioritize this application who is meeting all these requirements of SDS. It's quite natural. And you are in competition with other students who are applying for Canada study visa along with you. So what should be done? You should pay your first year fee. You should pay your GIC as well. And you can take the entire money back after landing in Canada. ICICI Bank is giving this facility. After landing in Canada, you can take back the entire GIC. You don't require to wait for 12 months to get your GIC back. And it will not impact your visa application. So this is one great news. I have posted one video while I am making this video. So you can pay the GIC and after landing in Canada, you can get the entire money back. ICICI Bank operates in many countries and in that particular video, I'll share the link of that video in the description. You can watch in what are the names of the countries where ICICI Bank is operating. So you can do your GIC with ICICI Bank. After landing in Canada, you can take the entire money back. It's not a problem. So you should do your GIC. You should show your living expenses in Canada. So whenever you pay the entire amount of tuition fee and GIC and when it goes to Canada, then visa officer has no doubt from where you have managed your funds, whether these funds belong to you or not, what are the sources of funds. Because when the entire money is in Canada, visa officer is not concerned about all those things. Suppose you say that I have funds available, why to pay it? I am showing or I am giving my bank statement. I don't want to pay GIC, I don't want to pay full tuition fee, and I want to show the entire money in my home country. In that case, visa officer will be required to see whether these funds belong to you or not. What are the sources of funds? How did you get these funds? What is the income tax return against those funds? Means you may be having 30 lakh rupees in your account, but your income tax return may be showing that your salary is 4 lakh rupees. Then how did you get this entire amount in your account? There is high probability you borrowed it from somewhere else. So that statement is not that trustable compared to paying the first year fee and depositing GIC. So it gives more confidence to visa officer compared to you showing your funds in your home country. If you deposit the tuition fee and GIC, in that case, visa officer has no concern about anything. Your funding is sorted, and that is one of the biggest reasons of refusal. Next is English test score, because you can submit application without English test score as well, but people don't get visa without that. If your first language is English, in that case you can submit application without English test as well. Or you are going for a PhD degree, or you are going for a MS by research degree. In that case, submitting application without IELTS or PT or TOEFL is fine. But if you are not going for research degrees or English is not your first language, in that case you must submit your English test score, which should be valid. And the benchmark score before the removal of SDS category was overall 6. But now, as per the recent results, we are observing that if you are submitting application with 5.5 or 5, most students are not getting visa. So it is recommended that you submit application with 6 in all modules. If the score is better than this, then it is always better. If it is 6.5, no less than 6, it is even better. So in non-SDS, although there is no fixed standard, you can submit application even without submitting your English test. Still, it is not recommended to do so because visa officers don't have any means to analyze your English language skills. So it is highly recommended that you submit either IELTS academic, PTE academic. The standard score is 60. Overall, no less than 60. So try to get no less than 60 in that. So that is recommended. Then in TOEFL, the score is 83. So try to meet the benchmarks. That is highly recommended. So although English test score is not a mandatory document to be submitted while submitting your visa application now under non-SDS, but it is highly recommended to submit it, otherwise you are not going to get your visa. Medical examination, quite easy, you can just pay and do it. Why not to do it? Why to leave it? Then PCC, you can just pay and get PCC. It's quite easy to be taken, so you should take this as well. If you are depositing the fee, then you will get final LOA as well, and you should do this as well. So even though many people may be guiding you that you can submit application under non-SDS, you don't require to pay GIC, you don't require to pay first year tuition fee, you don't require English test, even if your score is not good, even if you are scoring 5.5, even if you have 54 in PT, you can still submit application. No, you are not going to get the result. Try to meet the benchmark of SDS to get your visa. Otherwise, there will be high risk of refusal. We have experimented with low IELTS score and most of the students are getting refusal. There may be people who may be getting visas. I am not sure about that, but as per my experience, now they are not giving visas if the score is overall 6, no less than 6. If the score is less than 6 in any module, students are not getting visa. So it's recommended that your score should be good enough to get your visa. Next thing is why GIC with ICICI Bank? Most of the students are not willing to pay GIC. They say that, okay, we can pay first year fee, but we don't want to pay GIC. We will show the money in the account. So ICICI Bank is having one great news. So it's a positive news. You can get the full refund after landing in Canada. So whatever you are going to pay, approximately $21,000, as soon as you land in Canada, you will be able to get the refund of entire money and you can do whatever you want to do with that amount. You can buy a car with that, you can send it back to your home country, you can do whatever you want. So there are multiple options in that. You can get full refund after landing in Canada. You can get it in 6 months, 9 months or 12 months. So there are 4 options now. In 0 months, as soon as you land, you get the entire money back. Then within 6 months, you can get the entire money back. Within 9 months, within 12 months, you can get it back. So you can take this option. You can take the entire money with you. You can pay the second year fee with that and you can send it back. You can buy the car, whatever you want to do, you can do it with GIC. So ICICI Bank is having this one big update and it is there in many countries. So link is given for this particular video. Link is given in the description. You can watch list of countries where ICICI Bank is operating. So you can do GIC, and even if the GIC is not there, even if ICICI Bank is not there for your GIC, suppose you are in Nigeria or other countries where ICICI Bank is not operating and your money will be blocked in GIC, still do it. Still do it with CIBC Bank. Still do it with Scotia. Scotia Bank is worst bank, don't do it. So you can use CIBC Bank for your GIC. So if you find ICICI Bank in your country, then go with this. Otherwise, CIBC is a good bank. Don't go with Scotia Bank, that is the worst bank. So do your GIC, and with ICICI you can get the full refund. It is recommended that you should do your GIC for your visa application. Next is, what if GIC is not available in your country? Your country was a non-SDS country and GIC concept is not there in your country. You can't do GIC from your country. Then what you should do? At least pay your first year of tuition fee. That you can do. Rather than paying 6 months, you can always pay first year of tuition fee. Do your medical in advance. That can also be done. It's quite easy. Get LOA, final LOA you can take. It's not a problem. PCC you can take. It's not a problem. Then you need to show your living expenses in the form of GIC. GIC is not there in your country. Then what to do? In the account, you can show this money in the account in your home country or in any other country. For example, you are working in UAE, then you can show these funds in UAE as well in your account. But you should show the proofs of source of funds as well along with that. From where you got these funds, whether it is a salary, it was funded by someone else, given by someone else, Is it a loan, or what is the source of this fund? So this financial capacity for your living expenses should be shown anywhere in the world. It can be in Canada, it can be in your home country. If you can do GIC, great. If you can't do GIC, then at least give the proof of source of the funds as well. It is highly important. Show old funds. If you are able to show old funds, that is always a benefit for you. So I always say more the better, older the better. So more the better means you should show, rather than showing $21,000, if you are able to show $40,000, that will always improve your visa chances. You are showing good financial capacity for your application. Show as much as possible, as old as possible as well. So if you are able to show 6-month-old fund, good. If you are able to show 12-month-old fund, good, even better. So if you are showing a fixed deposit which is 12-month-old on your name, that is always better. In non-SDS category, if you are not doing GIC, then visa officer expect you to show more funds compared to this benchmark. So always try to show more funds. If you can show 25,000 Canadian dollars, good. If you are able to show 30,000, 35, 40,000, whatever is possible for you, you should show it. And you can show it in multiple accounts. And you can take sponsorship as well. Suppose you are showing $21,000 in your own account, but your parents are also there, then they are able to show more funds in their account, and you are taking sponsorship letter as well. So show as much financial capacity possible for you for your visa application. Next is for spouse open work permit, how to show your funds. One thing you should do right now in the current situation, apply with family. Even though most of the consultants do not recommend this, because they are kind of worried about the Canada study visa application, because if you are attaching a spouse, in that case it can impact a study visa application as well, and they always guide that you should take your study visa first, then later apply for spouse open work permit. But in my case, I usually recommend to apply along with family. Reason for that is, in Canada rules are changing frequently, and we have got visas for the entire family together, family of 4, family of 5, family of 6, family of 7. So we have done cases for such families where the husband, wife are there, and then there are 3 kids, 4 kids. So we have done such applications. So it is possible to get visa if your funds are fine. So you can get visa with family. You should do it, because suppose you apply for Canada study visa today, and in January your spouse is going to join as a student in Canada. Your spouse is in Canada, who is studying in Canada. You are in India and or in any other country, means outside Canada. So student is studying in Canada, you are outside Canada, and whenever you are ready to apply for a spouse open work permit, there is a new rule that you can't apply for spouse open work permit. So that's why in the current scenario where rules are changing frequently, it's recommended to apply along with family. So either the entire family will get visa or the entire family will get refusal. At least you will not be separated, and you will not be in a situation where student is in Canada, means husband or wife, one person is in Canada and one is outside Canada, kids are separated, and it becomes a really big mess. So it's highly recommended and possible to apply with family. If you want to apply with family, I can do it for you, it's not a problem. And you need not to pay any advance. You can pay the entire money after getting visa. So it can be done. So we are doing many such cases. So you are not risking any of your money, because you are paying tuition fee which is refundable, you are paying GIC which is refundable, and you are not paying anything to me in advance. So you are not risking anything. Show additional funds for family. So you need to show additional fund for family. If you don't have any kids, then $21,000 approximately is for student, and $5,000 approximately is for spouse. So total becomes $26,000 which you need to show. So you need to show additional fund for the family, for the spouse. If you have kid, then add $6,000 as well. It will become $32,000. If there is one more kid, add $7,000 in that. It will become $39,000. So you need to show more funds, more living expenses for spouse and for kids, depending upon how many family members are there. Show old funds with spouse, again like study visa, show old funds for spouse. You can send the entire money to Canada as well along with GIC, or there is one more account, Hello Canada account. I have shared the details in the link given below, so you can watch that video. So you can send this money to show for spouse visa. You can send the entire money to Canada along with GIC as well, or you can open Hello Canada account. Show old funds with source. So if you are showing funds in your account, then show it with the source, that from where you got these funds, just like study visa, or you can send the entire money to Canada. That is even better. For kids, apply for appropriate visa category. There are many people who get refusal if they submit application in the wrong visa category. Mostly if the age is 5 or above 5 and you submit visitor visa application for a kid, then the kid's visa is refused by saying that you are not allowed to apply under this category as a dependent. So if the age is below 5, then visitor visa. If the age is bigger than 5 or more than 5, then study visa for the kids. So apply in the right visa category. That's how you can submit your application. If you want to apply with me, you can ping me on my WhatsApp number. These two are the numbers. You can note down the numbers and we can proceed for your application as well. And if you want to know any other things, any other details, and if you have any questions, in that case, you can share the questions in the comment, or you can call me on my number or ping me on WhatsApp, and you will be able to take care of your application. It is not a problem. And if you want to know more details about the GIC related to ICICI Bank GIC, related to recent updates related regarding that, where you can withdraw the entire funds. So I have made a detailed video about that topic. Link is given here. You can watch the complete video. Thank you so much for watching this video till then. See you in next video.